Morning, good afternoon, whatever it is. Welcome to Children's Time. I've got these rowdy little people today. Hey, you Mr. Cow. Me? Am I a cow? Aren't you the one that eats grass? No, I don't eat grass. Uh-oh, I must be confused. Who are you? I'm a monkey. A monkey? Well, in today's Bible story, it's about John the Baptist. And John the Baptist has all these people following him around and saying, "Aren't you the Savior? Aren't you Jesus? Aren't you the one who's come to save us?" And he keeps going, "No, my name is John. I'm John the Baptist. I prepare the way for the Lord, for the real Lord. I can do lots of things, but he can do everything." So he is very confused, just like I was calling my animals by the wrong name and thinking they could do something or were something different than who they were. That's called confusion. So in today's story, it's about a little girl and she lives in Mexico. And it's Christmas time for her family. And you'll see, it's a little different than the way our Christmas is here. But you can tell they still love the Lord and they want to praise Jesus. And this little girl is very upset because her mom got sick while she was making a special present for the baby Jesus. And the little girl thought now they couldn't give anything from her family because her mom was sick. But she found out differently, and she found out that she really was her own person, just like John the Baptist was his own person, and had something very special to give. So let's listen to the story.
The Legend of the Poinsettia, retold and illustrated by Tommy de Palo. Lucinda lived in a small village high up in the mountains of Mexico with her mama and papa and her younger brother and sister, Paco and Lupe. Papa worked in the fields with their donkey, Papito. Each evening she fed and watered Pepito and gave him fresh straw. At home, Lucinda helped Mama clean the house and make the tortillas to eat. She took care of Paco and Lupe, and each evening they went to the shrine near the front gate to see if the fresh candles were needed. But every day was not work. On Sundays they went to church. All through the years there were fiestas and holy days which always began with a procession and ended up at the church. One day close to Christmas, La Navidad, Padre Alvarez came to their casita, their house. Father Alvarez asked Mama if she could make the blanket that covers the baby Jesus in the Christmas procession. He explained that the old one was all worn out. "Your weaving is so fine," Padre said. "I have come to ask if you could make a new one." "I would be honored, and Lucinda will help me," said Mama. On Saturday, Lucinda and Mama went to the market to buy the wool for the blanket. They chose the finest yarn they could find. At home, Lucinda helped Mama dye the wool. "These colors will shine throughout the church," said Papa as he watched Mama and Lucinda string the yarn on the loom. As Christmas drew near, everyone in the village was busy. The mamas were making gifts to place in the manger for the baby Jesus, and the papas were putting up the manger scene for the Christmas pageant. "I am helping my mama make a blanket for the baby Jesus." When the procession ended, Father Alvarez would place the baby Jesus in a manger, and the women and children would put their gifts in this crib. Lucinda was practicing her singing at the church when her neighbor came hurrying in. "Oh, Lucinda, your mama is very sick, and your papa had to take care of the children. You must come home and take care of your sister and brother." That evening, when Papa came home looking tired and worried, he explained to Lucinda that her Aunt Tia would take care of Mama until she got well. "I won't be able to bring her home until Christmas. Senora Gomez will take care of you while I'm gone." That afternoon, Lucinda heard two women talking. "It's so sad. Lucinda's mama is ill, and she won't be able to finish the blanket. Padre will just have to use the old one. Maybe I can finish, she thought, but the yarn got tangled, and the harder she tried, the worse it got. It was no use. She would not be able to finish it by herself. She took the unfinished blanket to Senora Gomez. "Oh, Lucinda," she said, "it is all tangled up and I won't have time to fix it before Christmas Eve." Lucinda started to cry. It was all her fault that the blanket was ruined. Her family wouldn't have a gift to leave at the manger. "Don't worry," her father said. "We'll all walk in the procession together." Lucinda didn't say anything, but she felt she had ruined Christmas. "Come, Paco, come, Lupe, it's time to go and join the procession." "But where is Lucinda?" Senora called out. She was nowhere to be found. She was hiding. She hid in the shadows and watched the candles light go down to the village as everyone started to process. Padre Gabriel carried the baby Jesus. "Little girl," an old woman standing in the shadows said. "See," said Lucinda, "I have a message for you. Your mama is going to be fine, so don't worry. Go now into the church and celebrate Christmas with the others. They are all waiting for you." "I can't," said Lucinda. "I don't have a gift for the baby Jesus." "Ah, Lucinda, any gift is beautiful in the eyes of the baby Jesus because it comes from you." "But what can I give now?" said Lucinda as she looked desperately around. There was a patch of tall green weeds nearby. Lucinda rushed over and grabbed an armful. "Do you think he will like this?" But when Lucinda turned to the old woman, she was gone. The church was blazing with candlelight, and the children were softly singing, and Lucinda was walking quickly down the aisle with her handful of weeds. "Oh, what is Lucinda carrying?" the villagers asked. "It looks like a bunch of weeds," another murmured. Lucinda carefully placed the weeds down and then got on her hands and knees and prayed. A hush fell over the church. Look what is happening to the weeds. Each weed had a shiny red star on the end of it. When everyone was outside after Mass, they were amazed to see that all the weeds had red stars on their leaves, and the whole area was lit up. Lucinda's gift had indeed become beautiful. Ever since that time at Christmas, red stars adorn the top of green leaves. The people call them the flower of the holy night, or poinsettia.
Well, those people were really surprised, weren't they? What? Oh, he says they were really surprised because what they thought were weeds, which he'd like to eat, really turned out to be beautiful, beautiful flowers. Poinsettias, in fact, which we love today. So, just like my confusion calling Mr. Monkey, Mr. Cow, and people calling John the Baptist the Savior, we really need to pay attention to who we really are and let people know who we are inside, just not kind of how we look. Like we like to look in the mirror, right? We look in the mirror and we look at ourselves, but really look inside and say, who am I? Who do I want to be? Who do I want people to know me as? And hopefully you'll want to be someone like John the Baptist, who has this big voice megaphone and says, "Prepare the way for the Lord." Well, hopefully you'll be preparing the way for the Lord in your own way, speaking out for those people that don't have enough food or homes or unfair things that are happening to them. This is your opportunity to do this. So thank you for joining me again today. See you next week. Bye.